What's going on, good people? It's Nguvu from I Run and Gun Firearms Training, and tonight I want to talk about a class that I took over the weekend, this past Sunday, from Taylor Defense Training Group, the brother Aquil Bay.
One, near side arm up, far side leg over, and then one hand on the shoulder, one hand on the hips, and I'm just gonna pull them towards me.
So the course I took was the Litefighter 365 rifle and shotgun course. You could have the rifle or shotgun. I opted to run one of my rifles. So the course was kind of designed around real world events or something that's more likely to happen. So it wasn't a situation where you could run the class in plate carriers, your battle belt, or any of that stuff. What I wore was my normal concealed carry rig inside the waistband, appendix holster. Inside the waistband, I rented that appendix, my mag carrier. And then I had my rifle with my sling. As far as pouches for the rifle, I didn't have any. I had my spare mag for my rifle in my back pocket. So something like that is infinitely more realistic than you donning your plate carrier, your night vision, and you going to work.
Oh.
Keeping with the theme of realistic or more likely to happen, we started with a thorough stop the bleed class. So I've had stop the bleed training before. I don't know if you can ever have enough of that kind of training, definitely enough practice and reps. It's something that's valuable, and having to plug a wound or help someone or even yourself that has been injured from a number of different things is much more likely to happen than you actually drawing your firearm and having to shoot at someone, or even drawing your firearm at all.
Airway, is it open? Will it stay open? If I hear gurgling sounds, again, it's some type of fluid, correct? All right, yes. So I'm gonna have to clear that, and we'll talk about how to roll that person over to clear that. If I hear any type of snoring sounds, that means their tongue is probably blocking the airway, right? There's some type of airway obstruction where a quick adjustment of their airway will clear that and open that up.
From the stop the bleed portion, we then went into patient transport. So he showed us various methods on how to move someone from a particular area to another one, whether it's by yourself or if you have someone with you that can assist you with doing that. After that, we learned some striking, different areas of the body to strike, and the different areas of the body that you can use to strike. And those areas aren't what you might think. So if you're curious about exactly what that is, take the class. You won't be disappointed.
Low ready. Everyone get their gun in low ready. Good. Low ready is just as low as enough for you to get your head looking to your left and right. It doesn't have to be pointing at the ground.
Man, there were a lot of takeaways from this class that I took, and I'm not a beginner shooter. I don't know it all, but I'm certainly not a beginner. And I had a ton of information just flooded into my brain. I took a lot of notes, so I have literally pages of notes that I'm going to kind of go back through, because I know I'm not going to recall everything just from listening to him say it. So the notes are going to be invaluable. So this really wasn't a class to teach you how to shoot. It was more or less how to apply those techniques and when to apply them, where to apply them in some cases. So we had a chance to get our heart rates up during some of the more intense activities. So this was really a well-rounded, well put together class. I'm extremely detail oriented, so I find myself asking a lot of questions during this class. I had a few, but there weren't many. So the brother did a really good job of explaining all the techniques that he was teaching so that the students could understand and then in turn implement them. So now, of course, with any kind of course that you take, which is training, you have to go back and practice what you learned. So that's kind of our homework now, is to practice some of those techniques as far as weapon retention and employing different types of strikes and what you have available in your arsenal depending on the distance, because that changes. So it's extremely valuable. Looking forward to taking another classroom. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead in the comments and let me know. I'm not going to give you the exact details of everything we did, because I definitely want you to support and take the class. But if you have any general questions, please let me know, and I'll do my best to help you. I also can direct you his way. He certainly can answer your questions better than me. Y'all be safe.
I need to protect my trigger guard, because I know that's the only thing that's going to make the gun go off, right? So I'm going to protect the trigger guard. Another thing I want to do is, besides protect the trigger guard, keep it in retention, protect the trigger guard, right? Is I want to try to get as much of my hand surface on the gun as possible.
You know about, give me the 14, when it's 14, me kill 14, what you know about, AR-15, me class 16, me dinner to start steam. You know about, give me the 14, when it's 14, me kill 14, what you know about, AR-15. class 16, make it not just start speed.